So what's in my camera bag for 2021? Let's take a look. All right, folks, welcome to my channel. For the first video post of the year, we are going to be talking about what's inside my camera bag. So without further ado, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. So right off the bat, let's talk about my camera. So I got my Nikon D850. This is about 2.5 years old, but this is my partner in crime, as you can see there. It's got a 50mm lens mounted on the body itself. I actually purchased this this past year. A friend of mine who works at Vistec hooked me up for a pretty sweet deal, and it's probably one of my favorite lenses to date. This one, my 35 Sigma lens. So here's the thing, guys. I've got a thing for Sigma art lenses, and this was my first Sigma art lens, and it's my favorite one out of the batch. I highly recommend getting these Sigma art lenses, and I'm a big fan of actually prime lenses for that particular matter, because I find the optics are quite sharp with the quality that it produces. So Sigma art lenses, 35, keep that in mind. Now, next in the Sigma family, I've got an 85mm prime lens. This is another favorite of mine when I'm shooting weddings. This is my, my favorite one to use when it comes to getting the bokeh in the background. My 20mm Sigma art lens. This is a wide angle. As you can see, I've got an array of different types of lenses where I don't want to particularly want to have every lens. Like, I know some photographers, they have like, their whole collection in their backpack, and I honestly think it's really redundant, especially when you're traveling. So keep it light, keep it simple. But guys, I want to make it clear that prime lenses make the best sharp images possible. So if you ask me, go for prime lenses, as they do produce the best quality of images. Okay, so moving forward, we got in the bag my handy strap. This I wear all the time. You can also put your flashcards inside here, and it's quite comfy when you put it on. So this wraps around my body while I'm shooting. Next, we have my flash. I always carry a flash around. Now, for the people who know me, I usually like to shoot with natural available light. I bring one just in case, and while I'm not a big fan of flash photography, I will shoot with flash if needed, especially with weddings. You never know when you might need it, and I've got a flash trigger. The flash I have, by the way, is by GODOX. It's the V860. The other two are set aside for another bag that I got, and I usually use this flash trigger to light all three of them at the same time. But in this case, when it's just traveling, I usually just carry one just for fill. The batteries that I got, so for my Nikon D850, I've got 3 of these, and of course the charger, don't forget that. Guys, I can't stress this enough. It is critical that you have backups along the way, because if something goes wrong, let's say you have one battery, and you're on location and you need to recharge, you may not have time to charge the battery, but always just make sure that you have a backup. So I've got 3 of them on hand. This one over here is my LITRA accessory. It's basically a secondary light. What's neat about this little gizmo is it goes from tungsten to daylight, so you can change the color temperature. So right now it's at 6,000 Kelvin, and it can go back to 3,000 Kelvin. So you got tungsten and daylight. All right, you get warm tones and cool tones. But I carry this around just in case I need a kicker light. This also has a mount on my HOTSHOE mount on my D850, so I can use that on camera if I need to. But it's quite handy, so I carry this around because you never know if you need a little bit of a kicker light. Put it somewhere behind the subject, and you get a nice rim light going on. Okay, so always carry this around. This one is actually an interesting little accessory, guys. This is my water bottle belt strap, and what it does is you put it on your belt, and this comes, believe me, this looks like it's nothing, but it comes a long way. What you do is you basically put it around your belt, and you put your water bottle here, strap it around, and when you're shooting, when you're on location, you're hiking, this honestly comes a long way. I mean, you don't want to put your water bottle in your bag, but you put this on your belt while you're hiking, and you know, when you're in location, you need water. You don't want to be holding your water bottle with your camera, so you put it right beside your waist on your belt strap. And I love carrying this thing around. Okay, so I got one of these water bottle straps. This is a HOTSHOE for my phone. So if I ever want to do like a video vlog, all I do is I put my phone on here. So I'm using my phone right now for the video, but as you can see there, it goes on here. So if I'm taking photos, I want to do a BTS of a shoot, I basically would just put it up here. So this is actually one of the newer accessories I'm going to be using for future shoots. So if you see me taking photos, if you see videos that I'm posting that looks like I have it mounted on the camera, this is it. Okay, I'll put a link in the description box below if you're interested in grabbing one for yourself. Okay, so let's take a look at my compartments here. So I got my SD cards here. I've got them all labeled. I got all my names on them. And I actually, believe it or not, I go through each one of these. So once I'm done, this one over here, so I've got a case that I put all my SD cards. So when I'm done shooting, when I look at all the finished cards, I consciously know they're all numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I did a wedding and I went through 1, 2, 3, 4, I know one isn't missing because they're all consecutively shot in order. Okay, so just by doing that sort of system, it helps out a lot. Okay, so you're also aware that I've got 4 cards in total. So if I've got, you know, all my cards used up and there's only 3, well, obviously there's one missing. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I got one of those set up. Business cards, pretty self-explanatory. You never know who you might run into. And on this side here, I've just basically got, I always carry these around. You know, you're on location, your phone's dying, you got lightning and power cord. I've got a micro USB cord as well. Lens cleaner and microfiber cloth. All right, it's pretty self-explanatory. And I've got I don't really use this, but it's also a micro USB to lightning adapter. Just carry that around just in case. And alcohol wipe, tile. So I've got a tile accessory in my camera bag just in case things kind of go missing, right? When I have moments where I think, oh, did I leave my camera back at home? I usually just go on my phone and activate the tile. So if I'm driving somewhere and I realize, wait a second, where did I leave my bag? I just access my phone and the tile does the job. So I keep one of these in my camera bag just for good measure and to avoid mental stress. All right, so if you guys are wondering what the bag brand is, I used to go with Low Pro, but for this bag, I'm using a TENBA bag from Vistec. And it's funny because my friend who works at Vistec tried to convince me to get the bigger bag, and I said no. Mainly because when I'm traveling, I like to be light and compact, and this fits the travel compartment very nicely. As you can see here, it's quite petite, but one of the selling features for me is it's got this nice sturdy stroller accessory. And oh, by the way, in the back, if you look at the back here, it's got my portable battery compartment. So if anyone ever needs a boost, get their phone going on, I got that extra battery set aside there. It's also got a locking mechanism. I've never had to use this, but if I ever had to lock my bag, it has that as well. And at the top here, it's got a laptop compartment. Now, I'm not a big fan of leaving computers in camera bags. Probably if I were to get a lighter laptop in the future, I would probably put it inside here, but this compartment here is designed for the laptop. But like I said, if I were to put a computer in here, maybe an iPad or even a MacBook Air for that matter, but in this instance, I don't want to put a bigger laptop inside here. Stroller mode. It's quite compact. Perfect companion when traveling. And best of all, it's nice and small to fit the luggage compartment on an airplane. But yeah, there we go. This pretty much sums up this camera bag and its contents, as you can see here. And guys, I'm quite excited. It's going to be a fantastic year. Hopefully we get to do more photo shoots for 2021. And I look forward to seeing you in the near future. So guys, this is Sito. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.